Okay, we'll see how this goes. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This is normally a channel where I don't talk. I just post videos of other things, but I've decided to take on this great undertaking where I'm going to be reviewing Hallmark Christmas movies, and not just any Hallmark Christmas movie, but all the new ones that are coming out this year. So the reason I decided to do this was because I watched two of the new Hallmark Christmas movies this year, and I was kind of comparing and contrasting the two, saying what I liked about one versus what I didn't like about the other. And I just decided, you know what? I'm going to do video reviews of all the new Hallmark movies this year, since that's what I spend most of November and December doing anyways. I mean, in my free time, not just in my life. So that is what I decided to do. So the two I've done, that I watched so far was Christmas Joy and then Christmas at Pemberley Manor. And then I recorded On the Road to Christmas, or whatever that new one is with Chad Michael Murray. So I'm going to start with Christmas Joy first. All right. So Christmas Joy, I was so excited for a couple weeks, because Danielle Panabaker was starring in it, and I've loved her since her Disney days, so I was really looking forward to it. And it starts out like she is working in Washington, D.C., and then she ends up getting a phone call that her Aunt Ruby is in the hospital. Okay, I'm struggling a little bit. So Danielle Panabaker's character, her Aunt Ruby, and she's trying to get some decorations when she's at home, and she falls off the ladder and hurts her ankle. So Danielle Panabaker's character, she comes home to see her and kind of take care of her. And it turns out this lady is going to be in rehab for a while, so she's going to miss the cookie crawl. Now, don't ask me what the cookie crawl is. They spend so much of this movie talking about how we have to get ready for the cookie crawl. She's going to miss it. We got to come up with a theme. We got to make 100,000 cookies, apparently. But then, all in all, the cookie crawl scene takes about 5 minutes of the movie. So I don't know why we had to dwell on it for so long. But basically, it's some Christmas event where people have to make a ton of cookies. I don't know. Anyway, so her Aunt Ruby's not going to be able to help plan the theme, and it's a big problem. So Danielle Panabaker agrees to take it on. She's got some vacation days from work, so she says that she's going to be able to do that. So then she meets this guy. I guess his name's Ben. Sorry, my notes are bad. But Ben is her childhood crush, and now they're adults, and she moved away from this small town, and she's been living in DC, being very successful in her career. And Ben stayed back in the small town, so it seemed to me that people in this town were pretty not into the city people. They'd always be he kept referring to her as DC, and I was like, can you just get over it? Sorry she got out of this town and made something of her life. Not that you can't make something of your life in this town, but I don't think she should be judged for that. Anyway, so I'm just going to tell you, I'm doing this rating system. I'm going to rate things out of 5 Christmas cookies. And I gave Christmas Joy only 1 out of 5 Christmas cookies, and let me tell you why. Because people in this small town, as I literally just stated, were a bit pretentious. They were always like, oh, well, you wouldn't understand because you live in the city. And I'm like, okay, it's not that big of a deal, but all right. And then one of my other problems was when they were planning the theme for their cookie crawl, because each team has to have a theme. Aunt Ruby was all upset with them because they said the cookie crawl was just in a couple of days and they still hadn't picked out a theme. And I'm like, okay, I get it. Aunt Ruby can't help set up, and she can't make the cookies because her ankle's broken, but she definitely could have helped plan the theme. So that annoyed me. I'm probably nitpicking, but this isn't that serious, so just don't be upset about it. Oh yeah, and then Ben's mom kept getting involved, and she kept telling everyone else what to do. You better do this for the cookie crawl. You better do this for the gingerbread competition. But then she would never actually help. So she irritated me. I don't think that her character was really that necessary. And then when they did have this gingerbread house competition, I get it. You want the main people to win because they're the main people. You're rooting for them. But somebody in that gingerbread house competition built the Carolina Panthers stadium out of gingerbread, and that one did not win the competition. And I think that it should have. That's not important either, but I'm just giving you my opinion that was not asked for. And then my biggest problem, my biggest problem with this movie. Obviously, Danielle Panabaker, sorry, I don't remember her character's name, and the guy, Ben, obviously they start to rekindle things a little bit. And, you know, while they're doing this cookie crawl thing. And she goes back to Washington, D.C. for her work Christmas party. And he drives 5 hours to go. And he shows up, sees her talking to her coworker. She's looking all great in her, you know, fabulous green dress. And he gets nervous, doesn't even talk to her, just looks at her, gets back in his car and leaves. I'm like, you really just drove 5 hours in your diesel pickup truck just to turn around and leave? Oh, in the snow, I might add. So, that just made me so mad. I'm like, nobody's driving 5 hours in the winter to not even say hello to the person that they came for. So, all in all, I'm just going to say Christmas Joy, they were kind of vague about a lot of things, and I never felt truly engaged with the story, and I'm so disappointed by that because I told you, I love Danielle Panabaker, and I wanted to love this movie. But in the end, it's only getting 1 out of 5 Christmas cookies from me. That's my awesome rating system. This video is probably horrible. But check out, the channel next time when we review Christmas at Pemberley Manor. All right. Happy holiday season.